Hello, everybody. My name's Nikki, and I'm CEO of Towards Health. And CEO stands for Chief Empowering Officer because I'm passionate about empowering people. One of the ways which I help empower and help people is those people that want to make a big difference in the world. I help them get clear on what that big difference is that they want to make. And then I give them tools to realize that so that their dreams can come true, and healing so they can really make that big difference in the world. And I'm so excited to have Lumka here today, who is one of those people I know is going to make a really big difference in the world. So welcome, Lumka. Lumka is founder of Ulwazi, which is an aftercare facility she will be telling you about, helping kids with their homework, helping keep them off the streets, out of gangs and things. But before we go to Ulwazi, I want to get a little bit of a background on Lumka. So Lumka, share with us, where did your story start? Tell us a little bit about you.
Hi Nikki, hi everyone. My name is Lumka Johannes. My story started when I started at UCT 2011. I started here as a cleaner. I was transferred from outside, from SAB. It used to be SAB. So I was working at SAB as a cleaner, and then I was transferred to UCT. So I've started here and worked my way up. So this is what happened when I got here. I got so inspired by environment, by seeing successful people. I could picture myself having my own office one day, and I just used to go through the day doing what I'm doing, but being so happy doing it. So I did that, and one day there was an opening for the reception. So I applied, and I was shortlisted. And after being shortlisted, I got the job. So
oh, wow.
there it was. I was
cleaner to receptionist. That's quite a big jump, isn't it?
It's a big one. And I was excited. I enrolled at UNISA part-time. So I enrolled at UNISA to study part-time because I didn't have any degree. So my highest education was grade 12. Then I enrolled at UNISA and I did HR, Human Resource Management, which I did terribly bad. So there I was, so frustrated. Why is it that I can't make it? What's wrong with me? And so I took a break. And while I took a break, I got pregnant with my little one. That is now 5 years. Took a break, and then on that time, while I was on the break, I realized that the reason I was doing so bad is because I was doing the wrong thing. I was studying towards the wrong career. I didn't love it.
And that happens so often, doesn't it? That people, they do something that they have to do rather than what they want to do. It's not the right thing.
Yes.
And not many people realize
Yes. So only then I started looking at what is it that I want? What is it that I must do? And at that time, I'm like, I'm mid-30s, and I'm only realizing now that I've been looking and studying towards the wrong career. And then that's where I started looking within to see what is it that I love doing? How is it that I love doing it? And how can I start doing it? So that's when I realized that, first of all, I love kids. I love kids with everything I have. And secondly, I love teaching. I love sharing. I love spreading knowledge. I love spreading love. I love learning new things. So then I realized that the thing that I would love to do is to make a difference, especially with kids, so that they can grow up and be the best adult that they can be. And then that's when I decided, okay, I'm going to do teaching. And then I will start at intermediate and senior phase, which is kids that are between 5 and 13. Yes, so I did that. Enrolled at UNISA, did my teaching. First year went by, passed all my modules.
No.
I am now at second year.
Yay.
And then, how did Ulwazi became?
Yes.
So
before we go to Ulwazi, so then you were doing your teaching, now you're in reception. Just before we go to Ulwazi, you shared even more inspiring information just a few weeks ago. So although you are a receptionist, hey, class 5, what is happening next? Where are you going next just before the teaching? And then we'll go to Ulwazi.
Okay. Yes. Okay, then. Then now I am a receptionist for 5 years, and then started looking again for higher positions and better pay class. So applied. I've been applying actually with no luck. I don't call it that, but I'm unsuccessful. So then now I applied for this particular job, and then I got it. So yes, after 5 years, another raise.
You've jumped 2 pay classes as well. So now you're an admin assistant.
Yes. So now
receptionist to admin assistant.
Yes.
Fabulous.
So now I am. Yes.
So you've gone from being a cleaner at UCT through to receptionist. Now you're an admin assistant. So you've really been progressing through that.
Yes.
So now tell us about Ulwazi. Where did Ulwazi start?
Okay. So what I never knew in my life, what I didn't know was there's something called manifestation. That word was brand new when I met you. I didn't know what you were talking about. I was like, what is Nikki talking about? What is that? I had to go and Google and check, what is this? So if you remember, I think it was 2015 when we met. We met at the fitness program we did.
Arbitrarily met, yes.
There I met this one. Yes. So now, because I love fitness and keeping fit and joined this program at work, it's a fitness program. So I met Nikki. And there is this wonderful lady speaking foreign to me. And then I'm like, I don't even know what she's talking about. She's talking about manifestation and. So she had to do a lot of teaching regards that to me because I had no idea. And then I remember my husband and I attending one of your dream mapping. That's when I realized that.
So as you didn't know what manifestation was and you had to look it up, just in case anybody listening here hasn't got a clue what manifestation is, what did you learn that manifestation is?
I learned that it is your thought that whatever you think will become. I think that's how I understood it. So your thought become a reality. So now you're thinking of something, you're throwing it to the universe do whatever it does and bring it back to you exactly the way you wanted it. So that's how I realized that, okay,
everything starts with a thought, yeah. Which is why your thoughts are so important.
Yes, everything in my life, it's some things that I've been thinking about. It was all in my thought. But because I think I love to think positive most of the time. So positive things and positive people will always come my way. So I think that helped a lot. And so after attending your dream mapping, I hope I'm calling it correctly.
Yeah, so dream mapping is just where we help people, just helping people get clear on what their big dreams are. Very much like what you were talking about, Lumka, earlier, where so many people, they go and do what they should do because this will give them money or this will help them this is what, you know, everybody else does, or this will keep them secure, rather than going to that inner part of them, the part that will light them up. Because once you find that part that will light you up, you'll be so much more motivated to do it. So some people might not make money doing teaching, but passionate about teaching, it's a whole different story. So yeah, that was Lumka and her husband attended. You came out of there with a big dream. What was your big dream that you came out of there?
So I went to the dream mapping, and I came out with a very big dream that one day I would be owning a youth center that accommodates kids from poor communities across the world. All around the world, those kids will have a place where they can for holiday programs and for aftercare, like after school. Parents don't have to worry about where their kids are. They will be off the street into a safe center where they learn and they play. So we'll be raising happy kids, and as a community, we will be building a place where kids can be safe and learn. So that is my biggest dream.
Yeah, and
so now I came out with this.
You can carry on with that, because I was just going to get you to tell people, because a lot of people won't know the community that you come from, and why is it so important that kids have this aftercare center? What happens to kids? What do they normally do after? Some people may not know this.
Yeah. So the community where I come from, where I grew up from, is a community of the poor community. So what's happening is the parents are working very late, until very late. They leave homes early and they come home very late, because first of all, they work far. So they travel far to go to work. So you can imagine coming back. So what ends up happening all of the time is that kids will look after kids, and other kids will be on their own after school. So now the kid will go to school in the morning, the parent is already gone. A 10-year-old will be locking up, taking the little brother, 4-year-old, to crèche and going to school. After school, the same 10-year-old will pick up the brother, go home, open up, make them food, and go outside to play. No adult supervision, because parents cannot afford to have aftercare, to pay people to look after kids. So they will play outside up until the parent comes home, something 7, 6 in the evening. That whole time, kids are playing with whoever. However, they're on street corners, parks, streets, unsupervised. So that is the environment that the kids are growing up to, which they tend to get with the wrong crowd, and they end up smoking, they end up doing drugs. And the sad reality is that the parent doesn't even know who they're raising. One day, this poor parent is, and mostly it's single parent, is stuck with a big boy or girl or teenager or man that she doesn't know, she doesn't recognize anymore, because they've grown so apart that he's been doing whatever or she's been doing whatever. The parent doesn't know. When the parent comes home, the child is being a child, not knowing what he's been doing all along after school.
So they might have been
one of the reasons.
So is this where they might join gangs or get into drugs and all this, and then they've got no way of, which is terrible. Which is why this Ulwazi is so important. It will make such a big difference.
Yes, definitely. So and the parents cannot quit job to look after the kids. How is she gonna feed them, or how is he gonna feed them? So then it's always, hence you see broken communities, hence you see high level of crime, and parents fighting with kids and all those sort of things, because there's no place where kids can be collected and be looked after without compromising the parents quitting their jobs. So that's where Ulwazi fall in. That's where I realized that this is what I need to do. Then September 2018, me and this lovely lady, we're taking a walk lunchtime. We're just taking a walk and we're just chatting. And then I'm going on about, you know what, Nikki, this is what I want to do one day. And I want to start this program, blah, blah, blah. And then Nikki was like, because I was saying next year or maybe whenever, when I'm done with my studies. And Nikki was like, why don't you start this in October? I was like, what? Are you crazy? But then
I'm
she's
good at
like,
stretching people.
you
You've
can
got to
do
do, there's nothing, if you're going to do your dream one day never comes. So start now. I remember that.
So I was like, okay. Let me think. Okay. That afternoon, I did nothing but thinking about this. So the more I thought about it, the more Nick and I were talking and we exchanged ideas. And October, so the talk was September. No, July. It was the 11th of July, I remember correctly. We still took a selfie. And then October the 5th, Ulwazi officially started.
October the 5th.
So I took a week's leave. Yes. It was a short vac for kids. So all kids were at home. So I took leave at work. So and then I started. So Towards Health donated. I had a lot of donation from friends and Towards Health and the other organizations that
So tell us how many people,
I thought you wanted to.
how many registered? Because I seem to remember you said a few registered on the Monday and then by the Wednesday you had more. So how many people registered or came to this?
Okay. So actually, this is exciting. So what happened is now Monday comes and I'm at home. I wake up, sit down with my boys. I tell them this is what's gonna happen. Mommy's gonna have a lot of kids and we're just gonna have fun and play with them. So the boys are like, yay! And then we wash up. My boys and I wash up, and then we eat our breakfast, and then we go outside. Just down the street, there are a few kids. I'm like, guys, do you want to go to the park so that we can talk and then we can? But these, they know me because we are on the same street. Can we just go and talk? And so the kids are like, others were like, nah, like the 13-year-olds, 14-year-olds, 15-year-olds, nah, we cool. We don't go to the park. We're just going to chill here. But the little ones started coming. So we go to the park. We gather other kids on the park as well. So we sit around and then I introduce myself. I told them what I want to do. So I think day one we had about 10 or so. By the evening of that day, kids were starting to knock in. I'm here to register. I'm here to register. I'm here to register for tomorrow. So the following morning, I had about 30, 28, 30 kids attending.
There's a
By
real
that
need.
day, we were sitting a big need. And I'm talking about just my street. I'm not talking about the entire community. I'm talking about the street where I'm staying, only those kids. By the third day, we had about 35 kids.
Wow.
So they will come in the morning, very early in the morning, excited and happy. So they will come in the morning and then all washed up and dressed up, and because they know they can't come with pajamas and stuff, so they come dressed and then would sit and talk, and then we'll go to the park and play. We come, we have some snack, we read a book, we talk about careers. It was amazing to realize that there are so much dreams and the hope in their eyes. They would light up. They would light up as they talk about their careers and what they want to be, and then it was so exciting. And then I think fourth day we had like a role playing. Now each and every person was going to play what they want to be, what they will become. It was amazing. It was amazing. What I've witnessed there, it was amazing. And those are the dreams that dies every
That's the
time.
thing, because
No
kids
one
have
is saying,
such
you know what?
big imaginations, and by the time you get to be an adult and choose
No.
in high school to choose your job, all that's been sort of pushed away. And how do you know what you want to do? So to keep that alive is amazing.
Yes. And then this is the funny part. Now it's actually the second day, the big ones that said, no, they don't play, they're big and stuff. I didn't even realize they came and joined the small crowd. Before I know it, they were busy with the kids and they fighting over crayons, they fighting over books, and I'm like, hold on, aren't you not the big? No, 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 no. We also want to learn, teacher. They call me teacher. We also want to learn, teacher. We also want to learn. That was amazing. So what ended up happening? The older kids will read, like when we're doing activities, they will be the group leaders. They will read the stories. I ended up just sitting there and observing, while these older kids would sit there comfortably and reading stories to the little ones after we play and we run and we talk and whatever the case might be. And then they would end up being the ones that helped me to prepare the snack and stuff. So it was amazing. And you could see the smiles, the hugs, the flowers. Like they would pick up those small yellow flowers, just plants, actually small ones in the park, and then they will compete into giving me. It is like fulfilling for me. It brings joy to me. But the joy you see in their eyes, the hope, like the seed, because my thing is I want to plant a seed. And I know this from a fact that universe will water that seed, and one day we will have adults that are so positive, that are so looking forward to be the best they can be in life. So from that time, as I was busy observing the kids, and I'm thinking, goodness, I wish this can just grow so big that there shouldn't be a child that misses an opportunity just because there is no one to plant a seed.
Exactly.
There should be one person to plant a seed.
And we need more Lumkas around, because
we need a whole lot. We need a whole lot.
And Ulwazi's grown a little bit, because also what's happening, because so you've got Ulwazi in your community, and what you were also telling me that it's expanded a little bit. So what is happening with that right now?
So then, because I'm doing teaching, I am studying part-time, so I had to do my practicals early this year. So in April this year, I had to do my practicals, like go to a school. And guess what? This is amazing, because only now I know these things. Guess what the universe does, or whatever miracle happens? My mentor teacher has the exact dream as I have. She is busy organizing scholarship for kids living, like she's teaching at the primary school. She's organizing scholarships for kids to get to go to private school, independent school, and all those bright kids are now starting. She has a group of learners that she organizes scholarship for. They are now studying at Sensu. Sensu is one of the best schools in Western Cape.
Oh,
Those
okay.
kids are from the poorest of the poorest, but they were so smart, they were bright, and she made sure that those kids get to where they have to be. And there I was. I'm like, oh my goodness, what is this? What is this? And as I was sharing my big week, she was sharing hers. And then a parent came to collect a report, a kid's report. And then she was hearing us going on and excited. And she was like, I'm also trying to organize something like that in my community. And she's staying in another community, not in Etimfuleni, in another community. And with three ladies now sitting there and be like, wow, this is amazing. So this really have to actually grow and expand, and we need more people that are big dreamers to jump in, and we push forward. We plant as many seeds as we can.
Exactly.
That's all we can do.
Brilliant. So it's like Ulwazi's expanding.
Yes, definitely. So it is like super amazing. And like I said before I knew all of this, I would like go wrong all the time, because of my thought patterns, because I wasn't aware. I would just beat myself and feel sorry for myself and cry, and all the negative things start crawling. But now that I know, things are much easier. Things are just happening because I know so much now. I'm exposed to so much, and I'm learning so much in terms of my thought patterns, what I'm sending out to the universe, and what's coming to me, and how to deal and package things that are just happening. Those kind of things are just simple little things that you don't even know that are happening, because are not
Exactly,
things that we
because
can see with.
people creating their lives, no matter what, whether you know that you are or whether
Yeah,
you know you
yeah,
aren't. But it's
yeah,
so much
yeah,
easier
yeah.
once you know what's happening, because then you can work with it so that you can start meeting serendipitously these two women that have helped you, so that now Ulwazi. So it's for those people who are in Cape Town and know the area. So what are the areas where these communities are now? So you're in Mfuleni, and the other two communities where sort of expanding to?
Yes. Delft is the other community, and Kailicha is the other community.
So this is, and the great news is that Lumka now has, it's a registered NGO, is that right? Is it it's a,
Yes, yes, yes.
so if anybody here would love to help, because we need Lumka. Lumka's now running out of holiday time to take time off to support these kids, and we need more of you so that it can really start happening. So if anybody would like to donate and help, you can obviously comment. You could get in touch with Lumka, but how can people put donations, whether it's donation of time or donation of money or any kind of support? How can people support you? What sort of support do you need?
I need all the support that I can get. So firstly is, this time of the year, I'm always concerned about uniform next year, stationery, and a whole lot of stuff. So if people are willing to give and donate, stationery is a big thing, and some school shoes and school bags are also, so that we can give to those Ulwazi learners and to any need, to any child that's in need. And the other thing is, we do take money donation so that we can be able to buy or to actually get someone that is at home not working, that can be able to continue with the aftercare. So we do
Which would
appreciate
be
all
amazing,
the.
yeah. If we could
Yes,
replace Lumka's
definitely.
salary so she could do this full time, would be incredible. So how can people, if they need to donate, how can people donate? Do you have the details now? Otherwise, obviously, we'll post them for people too, but how can people donate money-wise to you?
Okay, so people can connect with me on Facebook. So my Facebook handle is Lumka Johannes, or Ulwazi Learning Development also have its own Facebook page. Or people can, yeah. So, or otherwise, people can WhatsApp me. My WhatsApp number is 068 173 5651. So people can get hold of me via WhatsApp as well. And I don't know if I can leave my banking details as well, or I can
Yeah.
just post them.
Yeah, we can post the banking details. If you've got them now, you can share it with people, and all of this we will share below the video so that people know how to get in touch with you. So have you got the banking details there?
Yes, I've got the business account, which is banking details is 14, account number is 1461540060. It's a Capitec bank business account, and
Do they need a branch number?
account holder.
So,
The branch number. Let me just.
I missed the account holder. The account holder is Ulwazi, is it?
No, it's still Lumka Johannes.
Okay. So anyone who needs to donate, they can donate to that, or else they can contact, and we'll put the details below, which would be amazing. And just before we go, I don't think we've told anyone, what does Ulwazi mean?
Ulwazi means knowledge. Ulwazi means knowledge. So Ulwazi is yeah, it can be it's a Xhosa or a Zulu language. It means knowledge.
Which is perfect for it. So thank you, Lumka. That was,
Yes, definitely.
we've inspired people here, and that would be so amazing if we could raise enough money to replace Lumka's salary, because she's the perfect person to be able to help these people. But she needs her day job at the moment. But ultimately, if someone could be
Definitely.
to keep these kids off the street. So thanks so much for sharing your story, Lumka.
Definitely.
And yeah, let's see where it goes from here. And please comment below. Anybody will give you details how you can get in touch. But yeah, we'd love to hear from you. Thank you. And bye, Lumka.
Thank you, Nikki. Bye.